I've been wanting to launch a YouTube channel for years, but if I'm being honest, fear kept me paralyzed. Maybe there's something in your life that you've been putting off for a while now. Well, what finally clicked for me was realizing that everything I've ever excelled at in my life is fueled by unstoppable purpose. So rather than wasting any more time self-sabotaging, I'm launching my channel right now by focusing on why I want to start a YouTube channel at age 43. And I invite you to join along in this exercise. Maybe, just maybe, it'll help you get unstuck too. So let's get started. Reason number one why I want to start a YouTube channel at age 43 is that it gives me an opportunity to combine my wisdom, my skills, and my interests into a singular creative outlet. Over the course of 43 years and a lot of different jobs and running a couple companies of my own, I've realized that what I really enjoy doing is wearing multiple hats. Everything from writing to recording, editing, creative design, research, building, optimizing. I love to do all of that. And starting a YouTube channel as a creator gives me the ability to balance, wear multiple hats, to learn, have that variety that I crave, and that's really important to me. At the same time, what I'm interested in is what I'm doing with my life. Over the past couple years, I've more or less reinvented myself, and the things that are really important to me now are healthy habits, minimalism, travel, working on myself personally and professionally, having balance in life, being resilient. I feel limited by having to focus on just one of those things, and everything I've ever been taught says pick a niche and focus on it. But I've gotten to the point where I want to have the freedom to be able to focus on many, many different things at the same time. So starting a YouTube channel for me and speaking about the things that interest me and leveraging the skills that I have gives me an opportunity to kind of be a personal development generalist and at the same time share my journey and grow with you. Reason number two why I want to launch a YouTube channel is that it gives me an opportunity to make a positive impact. One of the things that I've learned through many, many years, many jobs, doing my own business, is that what I love most is to connect with people on a deeper level, to learn and to solve problems and to grow and to feel that mutual joy of continuing to improve. A lot of the things that I've done in the past feel a bit transactional, and I've gotten bored with past successes. Working for a company, I don't always have the opportunity to focus on serving the end user, and that really bothers me. I've literally quit jobs before because there's almost a conflict of interest between leadership and politics and maybe venture capital or private equity driving the way we make decisions, and it's not always aligned with doing what's best for the employee or for the end user. By creating a channel, it gives me the opportunity to cut out all that stuff that I don't enjoy and to really focus on helping people while helping myself, and the opportunity to be able to form a connection with an audience, to connect on mutual interests and be able to exchange advice and feel like you're continuously growing as you evolve. To me, that's really, really exciting. And I believe that by doing what I love and letting my passion come out, that my frequency will attract other good people and it will unlock new opportunities for me. So I'm excited to be able to kind of make sure that everything is aligned to really focus on making a positive impact. Reason number three why I want to start a let's go ahead and have some coffee. Reason number three why I want to grow a YouTube channel is that it gives me the opportunity to build a solopreneur income that aligns with my ideal lifestyle. For so many years, I lived to work, and I think that is a backwards way to approach life. Weekends, holidays, that was really the only time where I didn't feel stress, where I wasn't preoccupied with anxiety or what's gonna happen tomorrow, how do I deal with this or that? And instead, what I've done now is build balance into my life, to focus on things like health, meditation, cooking, eating healthy, finding the optimal time to apply my energy and my creativity to what I love to do. A YouTube channel gives me the flexibility to work from anywhere in the world as I travel. It gives me the opportunity to work when I have the most energy, and it also eliminates distractions. When we have jobs, people can throw a meeting on our calendar, or they can tell us to focus on this or that, which may or may not actually create value for the end customer. So what happens is you have these conflicts of interest, you have competing priorities and you have a lot of distractions, which wastes energy. And when you're spending a lot of your time on things that don't actually make an impact and that you don't actually enjoy, that's when you tend to get burned out. So having ownership of what I do, how I do it, when I do it, the way I do it, which will create the most value for my audience, is something that really excites me. And I've been an entrepreneur before and had that kind of ownership, but I hadn't quite learned the lesson of balance. And so I got burned out. So this is an opportunity for me, with so many pieces in place in my life, to really focus on adding this final piece of the puzzle, which is growing my income by doing work that I love and making a big impact. And as I put in that effort, as I upskill, as I make 1,000 mistakes, but learn how to work more productively and learn how to create more value for my audience and how to optimize my time and energy and recycle that knowledge so that I can build on it and create as much value as possible over time, so long as I stick with it, there's no cap on what I can earn. And I've gotten to the point where money isn't everything. Obviously, you need resources to survive. So I have a little bit of runway, and doing this channel gives me an opportunity to build something that I'm really, really passionate about, to build it the right way, and to then be rewarded over time as I get better at what I do. Whereas with a job or with a contract, you're essentially capped into, no matter how much value you create, if you're lucky, you get an incremental raise. Sometimes you don't even get that. And again, it's those types of things that lead to burnout, because you're not getting the alignment of effort to growth. So this gives me an opportunity to kind of bring all of that into one and to really enjoy building something that's going to create surplus in my life. All right, reason number 4 why I'm going to start a YouTube channel, and this one might resonate with you, is that I don't want to look back on wasting a dream opportunity that I worked so hard to position myself for. I've had so many ups and downs over my career. I've been on top of the world, earning 6 figures and getting paid a lot of money for people to work with me. I've also been down in the dumps, gotten laid off, worried, what is it? What is my calling? What am I supposed to do? How do I get to the next level? The position I find myself in right now is one that I have some runway, I have some freedom. I've worked on myself in basically every aspect outside of career over the last couple years, following some tragedies in my life that kind of really help me appreciate that life is short and not to waste it, and to say yes to opportunity. And I've really gone for it and started traveling the world as a digital nomad. I've been house sitting and staying in beautiful places like this. And I have enough runway built up to go another year or two, because my expenses are so low. And what I really don't want to have happen is to look back 5, 10, 20 years from now and to wonder what could have been if I had simply gone for it, if I had conquered that fear. Even looking back at the last year and a half, I wish I would have started doing this 18 months ago, because I could have gotten so many practice reps under my belt. I could have learned so much. But the past is the past. The only thing I can control now is the present. And for me to have the future that I want, that means getting started now. And I really, really, really couldn't live with myself if I didn't go for it. This may or may not be my calling, but I do know this: by going for it, I continue to reinforce a mindset that says yes to opportunity, that says no to regret, and to come out of this with confidence by saying, I did it. I conquered that goal. I conquered that challenge that maybe at one point I was unsure about. I went for it. I did it. I learned. I acquired skills. And even if this doesn't take me down the path that I think it will, I'm going to come out of it with that confidence. I'm going to come out of it with that knowledge. I'm going to come out of it with some skills, and who knows what opportunities I'll attract. Maybe a good friend of mine 10 years from now sees one of my videos, or maybe somebody sees me and says, you know what, I think you might be perfect for this, or maybe we'd like to sponsor your video, or who knows what's going to happen. I'm not going to worry about any of the outcomes. I'm going to focus on the input and making sure that the position that I'm in right now, this short life where nothing is guaranteed, that I make the most of every single day. And one of the things that I want to do with my life is start a YouTube channel. So it's time to bust through that barrier, to conquer that fear, and I'm excited to go for it. And I'm really, really proud of myself right now for recording this video and getting it out there, because the hardest part is going from nothing to something, from 0 to 1, and that is something to celebrate. Look, fear, anxiety, discomfort, these are all natural feelings anytime we venture into the unknown. And it's easy to self-sabotage. It's easy to talk ourselves out of going for that thing that feels right but is a little bit scary because we've never actually done it before. But remember something, life is short. Everything that you and I are experiencing right now could completely change tomorrow. And today, right now, you've got the opportunity to go for it. And you are capable of extraordinary things if you have the courage to get started and to stick with it and to learn, to solve, to grow. Then something incredible is on the other side of you breaking through those imagined limitations. If you're unsure where to start, if you're still stuck, then I encourage you to do what I've just done. Write down your why, the reasons that are more powerful than your comfortable status quo and the fear of change, because that's natural. Everything you've ever done, you were unsure about, but look at how far you've come. And then start aligning your actions with simple steps to move forward, because everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of this fear and discomfort. Hey, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, check the description below for additional resources and consider subscribing to my channel for weekly content on how to live a happier, healthier, more empowered life. I'll see you in the next video.